Hello, denizens of the internet. Many of you might already know that I have been perma-banned from Twitter X, or Elon World, as I prefer to call it. You're thinking this is going to be a bitchy cope video where I beg Elon to take me back. Actually, nothing could be further from the truth. I've had time to think about it. I can still dead scroll through the cesspool of what represents commentary and witness the lows humanity has descended to, especially the videos of anguished youth crying about joblessness while covered in $1,000 worth of tattoos and facial hardware. It only confirmed what I knew when I was addicted to the damn thing, that Elon World is about 10% useful and 90% utterly worthless at best and confrontational at worst. If they could find a way to flag that 90%, that would be great. But engagement is where Elon World makes its money. So the 90% made up of morons, ne'er-do-wells, and college professors has to stay. For the most part, Elon World proves that most of our opinions are worthless. If you can't debate like Gore Vidal versus William F. Buckley, then what are you adding? Hell, we can't debate better than Kermit versus Miss Piggy. Most of Elon World is just trolling for sport. You will find some very funny responses to stupid people. There are several caustic heavyweights who make me laugh, but most of the responses are juvenile, unnecessary, or 1,000 people have already similarly commented. How many times do we need to see DEI equals dead and earn it? That's brilliant. Seriously, what will your sad contribution add? When I was on the damn platform, I was happy that I managed to keep to 3 rules. 1, as per what I had just said, if someone already responded in a similar fashion to what you had in mind, well, don't bother unless you can give it a fresh twist, like perhaps a joke. 2, if the post has been up for 12 hours or more, forget about it. 3, turn off Elon World at least 2 hours before bedtime. As insane as Elon World is, at least if you follow my 3 rules, you will maintain some of your sanity. Maybe I should write a 3 rules book. You will never change anyone's opinion, and if you masterfully slice and dice your opponent with devastating facts and receipts, they will just post the same bullshit later. Honestly, how many of you are prepared to have your mind changed? And what's the point anyway? I have capitulated on global confrontation talking points only to not have it returned in kind. You might as well just troll and have some fun, but that is not a productive use of your time. I have noticed that a lot of interesting personalities that regularly commented have disappeared. Now, most of those sensitive folks were on the pre-Musk-pocalypse and left because opposing views were let back on, but most significantly, they lost their free blue check. The fact that Twittering could be a career-ending activity means that most post with obscure identities. I'm certain Abdullah 456782 isn't absolutely a real person with whom I'm convinced I can have a fruitful conversation. Please say hi to your parents, Mr. and Mrs. 456782. I was proud to post using my real identity rather than hide behind a fake one. It's hard enough not being able to look your opponent in the eyes. Elon World encourages an adversarial relationship. I don't see that as being psychologically or practically useful. You don't have to agree with these provocateurs, but if reasonable debate can't be found on campuses, they certainly don't exist on Elon World. But I will give it credit for one thing. Under Musk's stewardship, you can pretty much post any topic free of censorship. He took it over in 2022. I wonder how the whole virus that can't be named calamity would have been different if it was in his hands in 2019. Though my stupid shit apparently crossed a line. Of course, I'm prejudiced, but my transgression was laughably benign compared to most interactions I read. While people claiming to be trans represents only 0.6% of the population, I think 90% of them are on Elon World. They are a feisty bunch. People with pronouns, rainbows, flags, watermelons, proclaiming peace are always the first to block you. If all you do is end up participating in a confirmation bias rituals, what's the point? I've heard more interesting discussions in donut shops between people wearing hockey jackets at 2 a.m. in the morning back in the 70s. There is no doubt that it has its influential moments, like, the Bud Light thing, a Tractor Supply Company, but these are rarer than you might imagine. Maybe Elon World has more sway in the entertainment and gaming arenas, but what does Elon World actually do for you? What kind of influence do you have? How many of you have more than, 1,000 followers? You need many thousands to be of any influence, and for the most part, Elon World benefits only the notorious. I had more than 10,000 followers. It took me years to collect them, yet views on my YouTube channel did not decrease when I was disappeared. There was no real marketing value for me. So I come back to this question. What does Elon World do for you? If you're looking for up-to-the-minute news the mainstream media refuses to cover, then you know what? It's probably the only place you will find it. If you think you're influencing the world, then you're delusional. Elon, if you're listening, here are some things you should change. 1, anyone who does not respond to any of the comments they make should be temporarily suspended. 2, along the same lines, any politician, government bureaucrat, or UN shill who ghosts commenters should be banned for a month per ghosting. 3, you have created a monster with your monetization. On YouTube, people can peddle and clickbait, but the video has to have some explanatory content. That's not required on Elon World. Write something inflammatory, run away, and collect the engagement cash. The post should be demonetized for that. 4, if you've had 3 community posts go against you, automatic 1-month ban. 5, limit blocking to just 20 people. Once you've reached the limit and you absolutely need to block someone else, you'll just have to unblock someone. I think that would be cool. And 6, I think you've let some easily offended moderator rats back onto the ship. Another purge might be in order. Elon, please do not let me back on. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.